हेलो एवरीवन। सो आज चालू करते हैं एंड आज फर्स्ट सेशन है स्टॉक सभा विद कीव। सो आई हैव माय फ्रेंड विद मी, विवेक है यहाँ पे। तो पहले इंट्रोड्यूस कर लेता हूँ। ऐसे तो उनको इंट्रोडक्शन की कुछ जरूरत नहीं है, इट्स बीन ऑलरेडी बीन नोन बाय एवरीवन, बट जस्ट एन इंट्रोडक्शन फॉर। सो इज अ सिस्टमैटिक ट्रेडर, पोर्टफोलियो मैनेजर है। इट्स बीन उनका एक्सपीरियंस ऑलमोस्ट 2 decades है, लाइक काफी लोग की एज होगी जितना उनका एक्सपीरियंस है। And it's been work as a programmer, analyst, project management, technology manager with the firms like CMC, HSBC Bank, MF Global, and he also has done his MBA in systems and completed executive program in applied finance with IIM Kolkata. And also co-founder with multiple startups, and also is an independent mentor and Algo software consultant, and also teaches at BSE Institute, and also as a guest and visiting faculty at Variable College. तो काफी इंट्रोडक्शन है एंड ऑलरेडी वेल नोन है इंडस्ट्री में। एवरीवन नोज विवेक। एंड आपको टेक पे कुछ काम हो, आपको कुछ भी स्ट्रेटजी पे हो, कुछ भी अल्गो रिलेटेड हो, तो विवेक इज द वन पर्सन यू एवरीवन इज अप्रोचिंग। So welcome Vivek, welcome, and thank you for coming, and thank you for addressing everyone.
Hi, Mul. Thank you so much for inviting me. And in spite of so many years, which sometimes I do feel very old, but I'm still learning new things every day because this field is so amazing. So
That's yeah. Like every day is a new thing. Every day is a new learning for us.
Sure.
So as a layman person, as a someone who want to start with let's say rule-based trading or algo trading, can you just explain them how does it work out, or what is rule-based trading, how can you do it out, how can you set it up?
Very simply, model, have you made Maggie ever? कभी आपने Maggie बनाया? Okay, so Maggie कैसे बनाते हैं?
Yeah, so simple, मतलब very 2 minutes work for everyone.
So like you'll take the water, 2.5 cups, boil it, put the Maggi noodle, put the masala taste maker, cook it for 2.5-3 minutes, and then Maggi is ready, right? Very simply, in algo trading, we are simplifying rules to that extent, which we can write down on a piece of paper. Like if you know, we have already discovered, we just made these rules exactly like, 3 minutes back when we discussed again, and we made it.
Yeah.
On the platform, right? It has to be that simple, I think, at a basic level. So, then obviously we can keep creating more and more algos, because just one algo may not work in all period of time, but a simple algo with entry and exit rules can also become very powerful, because most of the time we don't exit when we are in a loss. That is the biggest challenge with us. When we are in profit, we book early, and when loss, we don't exit early. That's where the algo helps. It cuts the losses and keeps the winners on. So that's one of the biggest advantage. And with some amazing kind of tools available, like what KEEV has built. I'm not just saying this because I'm doing a webinar with KEEV. Genuinely, I think they've really simplified building this, which we are going to see in some time, to a very easy level, where we can make the algo rule-based without writing a single line of code, and take it live in our trading account. So years back, I remember doing something like this would take us months, maybe months to get the data, back test it, put it live, build a connector. A lot of that is done. It's a ready to cook kind of thing. Now just have to, do a little bit of the 10-15 minute job, and it's ready to spend.
Oh, perfect. So that's a platform. So if someone comes from the non-coding background, let's say let's leave it at KEEV. Nothing. Let's say someone coming from non-coding background. So how do they start? If they want to start their rule-based trading, how do they start on this?
So one is, I think, a very, there is a lot of YouTube videos and information available now. There is actually overabundance of information. So anything like a strategy idea, there are lots of them floating around, and you can actually, try out any of these and, see what works for you. Two is, you can also keep trying out with a trial and errors, keep experimenting. Right? That's the main thing. And the best thing is to dirty your hands. So you actually play around with the data, see the backtest. Like I've learned that way. Actually, I don't have any formal education in technical analysis till date. I don't have any formal education in technical analysis. It's all on the job, building algos for people and for myself. So when I do that, it's something that gives me some interesting ideas. And so I think a love for trading is very important, a liking for the markets.
Okay.
Having the courage to take losses along with profits, and having the even if you don't want it, it will come. And if you can't take small loss, you'll take a bigger loss. So better to learn to take smaller losses and hope for the system to give profitable trades. So
any let's say a person starts with algo rule-based trading. So what is the one thing that they need to follow in, let's say, any of the strategy they make it out? What's the one thing they need to follow every time?
Really good question, really good. So many times you will hear this algo trading is a magic wand where I got into it like that. I saw this person of a photo, photo of a person sitting on beach, printing money with a laptop and like sipping on a lemonade. Right? I thought like this is how life is always going to be. Luckily, I don't know, like the initial days was very good with a little bit of work, obviously put in made the algos. But then we realized market is changing. So the algos also have to undergo some kind of change. Right? So one is you have to constantly upgrade and be in touch with the market. Two is I think discipline as a factor is something you have to have. So once you have tested a method, most people make this common mistake of, you are taking a ticket for a train, and there's a queue, and the queue at which UR is longer than the queue next to you, right? And you think, let me leave this queue and go to that queue. And by the time you move there, this queue becomes shorter.
Yes.
So many times in systems, also people jump, we hop, like, hey, this system is giving some 3 losses in a row, let me jump, right? That's one of, again, not something that will eventually make sense.
It's kind of, you can say, just an example, nothing. So when you make an algo, it's kind of a marriage. So you have to just make sure that you be there, you be consistent over there, you follow it. There would be problems. There's nothing that is never would be a problem. Yes. There would be a problem, but you have to solve it out. You have to go ahead with that. So right. You have to be there with the algo.
Absolutely, something like that. And till either of them does not misbehave too much.
Yeah.
In a way, I've also learned that don't get too attached to a strategy or a process, because always question. I mean, that's just one fundamental rule. Keep checking your method against market, and your ledger will tell you the truth, right? Like if your ledger is whatever it's performing will give you a mirror. So just keep yourself ready, kind of attentive.
So I kind of understood that. I think the users would have
Well, I'm sorry I lost you. I'm not sure if I'm.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can. Sorry.
Yeah. So I just reacted the question. Basically, if someone wants to start, and how do you find that alpha? How do you find that strategy? What's the step one for them? And how do you create it out over time?
So we look at a sample. If you want, we can start delving into it,
Sure,
right?
sure.
And then keep discussing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just share my screen.
Sure.
Yeah, this is visible. So I am in the KEEV platform, folks. Okay, after you log in, you'll see something like this, right? You go to my strategy. Okay, and here we have created some sample strategies for you already. So let's take a look at one system. We call it DD law. It's actually like double-decker RSI. We're using 2 RSI or dual RSI here. Okay. And reason is that when you use any single RSI we used, we found it either too fast or too slow, means either too many trades or too little trades. Right? So we have combined the two like a parent and child. So when the parent also says yes, and then only the child can act, which in today's world, the kids don't listen to parent. It's a different story, but like this is how it is. Okay.
Okay.
So, okay. So let's get into the strategy. You'll see how, on the left side, and, Monil, just feel free to add anything I may miss or, which you want to enhance, since
Sure.
you guys are like the architects of this beautiful platform. Okay. You can just see that, right? Like, so there's a strategy name we have given here, like say DD_long. To explain, keep things simple. First, we have just taken position as long, and because most of us understand with long or delivery based things more easily, you can even use it that way. So we are just saying direction is long. Right? You notice that a direction can also be both. So we can do both long and short in the same algo also.
Yeah. So in the same strategy, if you want to go as a continuous positioning, so it can go for both.
So
like,
it's either long or short at one point of time. It's like this.
no, it's a
You can
continuous.
even have a no trade also.
It's a, yeah, either I have long or short. In both, you can go as a continuous thing. Like buy will happen when the sell exit happens, you sell that particular buy and buy in another position for sellers.
So it's like a stop and reverse system.
Yeah, stop and reverse position.
Perfect. In our case, we have a long exit, and then we have another rule for short and short exit. So we are going to keep them as two separate algos, right?
Oh yeah.
As we have done here, the first algo we have made is DD_long, which we'll show you. Then we'll also cover the short. But just be with us for now as we are doing the long, right? So along with the position, then we have to choose the interval. Ki hum kya time frame pe trade karna hai. So let's say we chose 30 minutes for this particular algo. हम candlestick chart पे trade कर रहे हैं. You can also use a Heiken chart or a Renko chart, right? So these are more like, if for some of you may know, this is basically more like noiseless kind of charts, or with, which will smoothen out the candle data more. And you can, if you are a user of that, you can use that also. So by entry rule, now here comes the main masala. Okay, so we are entering and putting in the masala. So RSI 5 period has to be higher than 70. Many people use the RSI as a mean reverting, right? That above 70 is we'll go short, and below 30 we'll go down. But as a trend or momentum trader, we will buy into strength and we will sell into weakness. So when market goes up, we buy anticipating market may go up more. Okay, got it. Will it happen all the time? No, more than often than not, it will actually revert. Right? But when it reverts, we get out with a stop loss. And the few periods when it is in our favor, we let it run. Okay, got it. So coming to your first question, you were asking about why Algo and what's the beauty. The advantage is cut your losses, ride your winners. So one of the most core fundamental rule for anyone as a trader to kind of survive and win in the longer term: cut your loss, ride your winner. Cut your loss, ride your winner. And the algo system inherently forces us to implement it. अपने आप वो implement हो जाता है. नहीं तो बाकी तो we have this मस्ती और कीड़ा most of the time, right? Like so. That emotion is that कि नहीं ऊपर जाएगा. एक बार छोड़, चल ये बार मैं छोड़ देता हूँ यार. हाँ. बार तो देख लेंगे, कल देख लेंगे. वो last time नहीं हुआ था, इस बार हो जाएगा शायद. I'll share quickly one short story. So as I was short a strangle in Dr. Reddy's, okay? So I'd sold a call and a put. The trade wasn't working, so I was supposed to get out both. I sold squared off the call निकाल दिया. Put मैंने बोला छोड़ यार, कल निकाल देते हैं, कितना ही नीचे जाएगा, right? एक दिन. अगले दिन, as fate has it, when things have to go wrong, everything goes wrong. So late to office that day. As I entered, I've seen some crazy news and Dr. Reddy is falling like 6-7%. The first time pharma alert of FDA on Dr. Reddy's came out. Until then, it was a company which had never got a FDA alert. Yeah. It was the first time it got an alert, and the stock fell 15%, 12-13%. Right? And I was short put. So basically, so you I bled, right?
So sometimes emotional works out better, I think.
Yeah. And luckily then I did some damage control. I covered it. I went
Yeah,
bought ports and all that. I minimized the loss, but it was fair bit of a psychological dent also and a capital dent.
true. So this is
That's
where
why,
discipline comes in more important.
absolutely. This is where algo में automatically वो big errors वाला, big losses वाला जो part है, out of the all outcomes of trading, the chance of having that gets minimized. That is one single large advantage of using algo. So done. RSI 5 has to be higher than 70. We have now, this is the child condition, along with that parent is nothing but RSI 13, which is the parent condition, says higher than 50. This is like a trend line. कि RSI 13 50 के ऊपर है तो bullish, 50 के नीचे है तो bearish, right? So 50 के ऊपर is just a bullish zone. It will not mean we'll buy there. We will just watch for bullish. Right? And then we look at the child, which is the RSI 5. Moment the child goes above 70 and parent is still above 50, then we are going to buy. So this is where we are combining two RSIs. Finally, we add one more condition of closing greater than the SMA of 200 period. So you're seeing this, the close is higher than the 200 period SMA.
Yeah.
And you can see all these indicators are available. So this is all done without writing any line of code, right?
Yeah, basically no code.
No
Actually,
code.
we have 70 plus indicators. You can make any combinations.
Wow. Okay. So when you're building algo, think of it as we want one green light for a long signal, right? There's a traffic light, big one. वो बड़े लाइट के साथ में तीन छोटे लाइट्स है.
Okay.
RSI 5, RSI 13 and SMA 200. जब each of these smaller lights go green, then the bigger light goes green, and when the bigger light goes green, that's the time to take the trade.
Okay. So basically, so the bigger light is as you say, the parent signal. अगर parent ने हाँ बोला कि भाई आगे बढ़ना है, तो then child takes the call कि कभी आगे बढ़ना है.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And then the exit rule is very clear. Now the parent is saying the child, now boss, you are on your own. Exit you have to figure out on your own. So there the child is not, the parent is not asking, the child is not asking the parent at all, right? सीधा जब child RSI 5 goes below 55, you get out.
खुद के consequences face कर लो.
So in America, I think they say like after a while they tell the child you're on your own, right?
You are on. So now it's
time.
On
your own and manage your own, right?
Yeah. So always the entry है वो आप permission ले लो, पर exit आप अपने आप से ले लो.
खुद से करना. P&L is your own lookout for. Clear?
Great strategy, I think. I think basically, I think many of the users would have also understood it. Basically, the parent part tells you that the market is in the long bullish side or long which side, and the child is telling ki I will time it at that moment. Basically, timing is given by child, and the parent is giving you the whole like long term trend. Which I think.
Exactly. So sometimes what would happen? Only child is always in most of the time above 70, but parent is not confirming, so don't take the trade. Sometimes parent is confirming, but child is not finding the enough momentum. So there's no. So the no trade zone in the algo trading is also, I think over the years I've realized that is the most powerful feature also. So when not to trade.
Yeah, that's more important.
Is more important because you will do sub-quality, poor trades where you pay brokerage, pay taxes, lose more than normal. It screws up your psychology. Right? When you take a bad trade outside your plan, it totally screws up. Like the Dr. Reddy trade example I was telling you was totally not part of my plan. I got influenced by somebody who was a very big personality. I heard him. I had no business to trade Dr. Reddy that time. I took the trade. I lost a fair bit of money, and also basically when you are doing a business, you plan and you follow the plan, right?
Yeah.
So algo trading helps you to put your business plan into action. Think of it that way, right? And trading is a business. It's a hardcore, very serious business,
Seriously.
and if done well, one of the best businesses, right? If done well, it is one of the best businesses.
Yes. And I think this is where people need to understand that this is a serious business. Like, it's not that you put something, if you put garbage, it will come out as a garbage. You have to analyze it, you have to put it the best thing, and then the best thing comes out. And with the efforts.
So when you are in the markets, there will be many people who are donors. Don't be the donor. And don't make it a hobby also, because it's a very expensive hobby.
Yeah, very expensive.
All right, great. So stop loss, something you have to put compulsory, put 99% very big number, because our actual stop loss is RSI below 55.
Yeah.
The moment the 30-minute candle closes below RSI 55, RSI 5 below 55, it will exit.
Perfect.
Right? Take profit 99%. We have to again give some number, keep it a very big number. So making 100%, then.
Yeah.
Mul, can you just help how this trailing stop somewhat works?
Sure. So in this current scenario, trailing stop loss is not required. But in normal scenario, if you put, let's say, stop loss of 1% or 2%. So in a very simple way, let's say you buy it at 100, you put 1% as a stop loss and 2% as a profit. As market keep on going towards your profit side, your stop loss also keep on moving towards the profit side. So there is no required of percentage giving us trigger point giving. As market keep on moving towards the profit, your stop loss also keep on moving towards the profit. So it helps you out in cutting down your, let's say, if market is going very up and then still your take profit is too huge, but you still exit in the profit side, considering what the stop loss and everything is, you still have this some stop loss which you want to. So that is very helpful when trailing stop loss helps in most of the time. If you use it perfectly, then your stop loss can be minimized on that.
Okay, super. So even actually in our apna indicator based wala is somewhat what we are doing. When why we don't need leave set, because automatically there's an inbuilt trailing. The moment the price is going in our favor, the RSI will go on shifting up, right? And the moment that RSI goes below 55, it will get out.
Yes, perfect. Yes. So basically, your indicator itself is a trailing stop loss.
Absolutely, absolutely. Can I just show this quickly on the chart also, just for benefit of any users? Do you want it on the chart, or should we move ahead? Any comments from anyone, or should we?
I'll just check the comment part. So
yeah. Should we show a setup on the chart, or should we just move ahead?
I think on the chart would be better.
Would be better? Okay, great.
Yeah. People will understand it how.
Thankfully, you have integrated trading view also into this, right?
Yeah.
So we just go to charting tool. Okay. So easy, right? Just go to Bank Nifty. Okay, I'm taking the December future. Just going to a 30-minute. Look at the multiple. These are all customized frames you have made, right?
Yeah. So basically, any time interval that we look at, even unstandard intervals, that also we have added.
Okay, fantastic. So suppose 30-minute ले लिया हमने. अब हम RSI ऐड करेंगे, ठीक है? So just go to indicators. RSI, relative strength index. By default, it has taken a 14. Okay, I'll just make this as a 13 period. Okay, हम एक और RSI ऐड करेंगे, which is basically the second, the child. So this 13 was parent. Now we have to add the child. So we'll make it 5, and we'll make the style, let us say, as yeah, this blue is okay. Okay, ye blue. Upper line 70, lower line, I'm just changing it to 40. I'll explain later why, but for now I'll just change it to 40. Okay. In the parent, actually, we just want one line. Okay, there's no upper limit, lower we're not using. So इसको सिर्फ 50 रखना है, ठीक है?
Okay.
50, right? तो यहाँ पे ये decider line जैसा हो गया. 50 के ऊपर है तो सिर्फ bullish trades लेने हैं, 50 के नीचे है तो bearish trades. That's the first parent. Child में जब child 70 के ऊपर जाएगा, parent को भी देखना है. अगर parent is still above 50, then you take a trade. Okay. Like for example, this candle here, 30th November. 245, this big candle.
Hmm.
Before this candle, the parent was above 50, but child was below 70. Child was 65 something. Because we're still coming out of a consolidation, right? So itna
Yeah.
strength.
Strength of skills.
ये candle होते ही bullish हो गया. दोनों child parent confirm. Moving average भी add कर देते हैं. Let's make this as 200 period. It's 200. ठीक है, 200 SMA के ऊपर ही है.
ऊपर ही है.
So basically this was a buy. Right? Keep continuing the trade, continue here. Here you gotta sell because the RSI is sharply below. Oh, 1 second. 70. Okay, 55. I haven't got a 55, but 55 शायद इधर ही ये एक candle में आ गया, right?
Yes, yes,
so this
yes.
trade didn't make any money, maybe a little small loss. Okay.
This is also quite for anyone. It's also quite possible that we might get few this kind of trades also, and we might even get the bigger trades.
Anything is possible in market. Anything.
True. Anything is possible.
Exactly. Like at times when you feel, nahi, this time I know ye hoga, and then you feel something new has happened, then you're like, boss, mere ko kuch nahi aata. And
I think 23rd ko acha trade ban raha hai. If you can show that 23rd.
Yeah, this one. I think this
23rd November.
I think this was a good trade. Yes. Right. So in fact 22nd को यहाँ अब आ गया.
Buyer.
ये above भी है. ये यहाँ buy आया ये candle पे, right, which is 42,486, and this went up till somewhere like 42,738, so around 300 point.
Okay.
Right. So there are it's like you're playing cricket and आपको 1-2 run, कभी 0 run भी रहेगा, 1-2 run रहेगा, वो सब करते रहना है. जब right ball आएगा तब 4 and rarely 6.
6.
बस ऐसा है.
So that's good actually, because consistent strategy is more important, I think. मतलब rather than मतलब एक strategy मेरे को 8% दे देगी, दूसरी strategy वही same strategy मेरे को 16% drawdown भी दे देगी. So that's, I think, not the strategy anyone would be looking at, or anyone would be willing to work on that. Consistent return आ रहा है. So इससे one more, I think you can help us out. कि how can you identify that strategy के results के हिसाब से कि is the strategy consistent? Is the strategy I should be looking at? What are the factors that you also look at in terms
That's
of
where KEEV would come into picture, right? So go back into in our trading system, and okay, so I go back from here, right?
My strategy.
My strategy. Let's go to long. Okay. ये हो गया अपना 3D long.
Yeah.
Let's backtest this.
So just click on the 3 dots on right.
Here, right?
Yeah. View backtest.
You already run it.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. So if you see this is on one lot, right? Now, first of all, you would see this returns, right, and with taxes. So this is something very interesting. I think I found only in KEEV so far. Of the so many platforms that exist probably, which is where this return is shown after tax.
Yeah.
So आपको after tax क्या 26% is the return. Right?
True.
Yeah.
ये हमने इसलिए भी डाला था because क्या होता है ना कि कभी-कभी returns मतलब after backtest you find it very good, the returns is very good. पर इतने सारे trade होता है ना कि at the end when you go for live trading, you actually see that actually return is you have given everything to your broker and everything to the government. आपके पास कुछ बचा ही नहीं है उसमें.
So I always have this analogy. When you go and buy a car, you will see the brochure. उस पे लिखा हुआ 19 किलोमीटर का एवरेज देती है. कोई भी गाड़ी सिटी में मतलब बहुत रेयर, आई डोंट नो, हम ईवी को छोड़ के कम इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल आई एम गोइंग हाइब्रिड में gives that, but like otherwise Hyundai car will give you 9, 10, 11.
9, 10 is good enough, I think so.
So knowing that is very correct, like you said. If you know beforehand, ये already मेरा return होने वाला है, ये cost है, वो तो देना ही है. You have to pay the government, you have to pay the broker, irrespective of whether we make money, right?
Yeah.
देना ही है. So the win part here, what I look at is when we win totally, how much we won, 1,10,000. When we lost, how much we lost.
Yeah.
Here, one of the ratio this gets us is something like a profit factor, which is nothing but the total of all profits upon total of all losses.
Yeah.
So that's probably, I think, captured somewhere maybe by this omega or something. I'm not very sure.
So even so just to tell people also, so there's ratios over here, obviously, Sharpe ratio, omega ratio, and there's a green mark, green and red mark. So that also defines, like, because many of them doesn't know that what's the industry standard for Sharpe ratio. Like above 1% is a good Sharpe ratio. So many of them don't know it. So as a to guide user, we have put it up as a green mark so that they know that this is a strategy good. They can go for it. Is use a consistent return over time with the green mark on that side. So that's the only way, like that kind of helping users to identify their strategy is good or bad, or they need to improve it or.
Yeah, this I think is also a very, very helpful feature, Monil. When we remember when we met.
Yeah,
This is
I was
really. So all these thumbs ups, the more greens you are, the better.
better you are.
Simple words. So
Simple words.
Okay. Totally 37 trades are. Think of it like it's Rahul Dravid and he has played 37 innings. Okay. 37 trades, right? How many times you won? How many times you lost?
Yes.
Losing streak is also very important. How many losers in a row you get?
True.
So if it is saying 5, be prepared at least for 10.
Okay. Okay.
So it's just a sequence of coin tosses, right? And sometimes that can go against you.
True.
Right? And so you expect that it will go against at some point.
Okay.
Winning streak is 2 only coincidentally.
But the interesting part, which I just noticed over here, was the wins are less. Like there are 15 wins and losses are more, 22 losses. But still, the overall.
Still it's making money.
Yeah, overall thing is in profit.
Right. Why is that?
So
because you see, let's see some of the trade, right? This trade lost 64. This trade made 18,900. No, made about 19,000. Right?
Yeah.
This trade lost 4,800.
So I think one good feature I can show you. Can you just go up a bit?
Yep.
Can you click on buy and sell graph? Buy and sell.
This one, right?
So on chart, actually, you can see all the.
Oh, lovely.
You can put up the indicators and.
So you can actually, one can go back and play it like a tape.
Yeah.
See ki boss kahan pe kya hua.
So this is a very yeah. You can find the good trades. You can find the bad trades.
This sometimes also happens when we are talking to client. You know, they tell us.
Yeah.
How did your strategy do when Sita Raman candle came or when Fred was there?
So you can actually show कि यहाँ पे
हमने ये date पे जाके, you know, just see. That's interesting. Okay. All right. This is also useful model. Like, you know, you've given every day your website, like, you know, what is the daily PNL?
Yeah.
So you will notice that there are more bigger greens, like around 10,000 level on average compared to losses around 10,000. Most of the losses are around 5,000, right?
Yeah, true.
More of the gains are around averaged around, there are quite a few around 10,000.
10,000 side.
So when we are making money, we are making more than what we are losing when we are losing on average. Right? So that is why, think of it like, you know, that dice game, you're playing 7 up, 7 down. Up, you get 3:1. Suppose the dealer gives you 3. So most of the games in 7 up, you will get 2:1 only.
Yeah.
Means actually 1 pay 1. Like if you put $100, you get $100.
$100 off.
And it's a losing game. There's a mathematics behind it. As a player, you'll never win that game long enough if you play. Okay, the odds are completely in the
dealer side,
the favor of the dealer. Okay? But just think, some dealer is, you know, there for fun, and you know he's made a lot of money, and he said, "Chal aaj baatna hai." He says 3:1. So basically, on 100, if you win, you'll get 200. Okay. And if you play that 7 up, 7 down, then the odds are with you, because there's a 50% kind of, not exact 50%. There is a number lucky 7 also. So the 7 is basically 1 upon 12, right? The occurrence of 7 is one occurrence out of 12 occurrences on the die, right?
Okay. Yeah, true.
4 and 3 or 3 and 4. So
4. And the ratio changes out.
so it's not exactly 50%, little lower, but still with a 3:1, you can expect to make money in that game.
Yeah, true.
That's the idea. In a system, when you win, you want more payoff than
when you lose. That's a great idea actually, because when you are winning, you are covering up your almost 3 losses. You can say that.
You can say that. That's absolutely. Yeah. Then look at equity curve. This is also very nicely made, right? It shows you how your money moved. All these flat periods are where there's no trade, right?
Yeah.
Probably market is falling.
Yeah, market will be falling. None of the conditions are matching.
Okay. Right. And since when is this period of backtest? This is from.
So right now, this is, I think, almost 3 months of backtest. But obviously, you can you can do 1 year of together, 1 year of backtest together. You can go 3 years backward and check how was the strategy working in COVID, or how was the strategy working when the war started. So you can test it out in different scenarios, different ways.
One year at a time and do it for 1 year, 1 year back and 1 year back.
Yeah, you can go for 3 years back. So basically on the 1 year side, because you can do for 3 months also, but like many of the user wanted a, like I want to test it for 3 years. Then if I do 3 months, I have to do it like almost 12 times or something around that. So much time I have to spend, like I have to copy paste the Excel. And so we upgraded everything, and we wanted whatever user wanted out, let's do that way. So we wanted to make it in a 1 year kind of time span. We can go for 1 year to play that.
Beautiful. So you can say I've not written a single line of code till now. Okay.
So I think now, hopefully, everyone can just go out and start making the strategy. I think it's very easy out to do it, right?
And you can again, go and see this lovely part of the flow chart also that you see in the left.
Yeah.
Right? As you build. Sorry, where would that come?
Edit.
Yeah, I'll have to go to edit. Okay. Still just getting my hands a bit set on this. So yes, this is also very, very nice. Right?
Yeah. Because it's very, like, as you keep on adding indicators, it becomes very difficult for anyone to imagine that strategy, how it's actually.
So just think of it when you're making a pizza, and sometimes if you put too much of ingredients, the pizza becomes like, now you have no idea kya hai.
क्या हो गया उसमें? क्या बन गया?
Don't keep too many, and exactly like that it's indicators. Okay.
Yes.
So अगर वो इंडिकेटर का 2-3 इंडिकेटर का सेम जॉब है तो एक दो को निकाल दो, एक ही यूज करो.
Yeah. So this is also, many of them people ask the question कि सर है ना ADX यूज करते हैं, उसके साथ RSI यूज करते हैं, उसके साथ VWAM यूज करते हैं, उसके साथ सुपर ट्रेंड भी यूज करते हैं. Look, people want to use all the indicators they would have heard from anyone, but I think this is what you just told right now, that it's not that सब indicators करोगे तो पूरा strategy work करेगा, आपको पूरा return भी मिलेगा. It's the simplicity of the system that makes it more better.
Yes, and it's the difficulty in being simple, which is the difficulty.
Yeah. So basically, I come from I play football and come from that background. So football is easy game, but it's difficult to play simple. And similarly, it's algo trading is simple and trading is simple, but it's difficult to play. Difficult to play.
Similarity in trading and sport. Right?
Sports.
Okay, so let's. This was long, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think should we move to the questions, because a lot of people would have questions, and
we can do that
because almost 40 minutes and people would have questions around.
Yeah. Let's do that.
We can move. Yes. So we are already YouTube. We are on YouTube Live also. If someone has any questions, they can put it on the comment box also, and they can add on the chat also. So there's a team who can copy paste, and they will help us out to give you answers over it. So I'll just check if there's any questions. So anyone wants to ask any question, then they can raise their hands. We'll allow you to speak, and you can ask the question to Vivek, any kind of question you want to ask. Any kind of question to the algo trading, any kind of to trading, how to start, anything.
There was some.
So there's one question: how to optimize your strategy?
So Vishwanathan, optimize. Optimize is basically you're trying to find the best set of parameters. Like why 513 and why not like 420 or something, right? So optimization is where you run every parameter against the other, like there's all various combinations will run. Just one clue here and a pro tip. When you find some parameter, let's say giving above average return, okay, but all the other parameters are giving much lower. Like let's say iPhone and all others are Samsung, Lava, MI or whatever. Okay. Be careful because you want to see whether that set of parameter might just be a stroke of luck. Rather than just one set of one parameter, which is the best, you want to find the best region of parameters where the algo is being stable, right? So example है कि suppose आपको 520 and 419 and 421 and 619 or 626, they're all giving around same results, right? Which might be lower than say a 833. But the 833 ke baaju mein a 732 or a 734, the returns are just dropping. Okay. Then maybe that 833 is just a fluke. Right. So you want to find the most stable region of parameters. That's just one tip. Two is I'm not a big fan of optimization beyond a point. I feel you use some intuitively some parameters, right? If it kind of works, and there are some common things, right? Like I typically use a Fibonacci number as my parameters at times. Like I'd use a 13, I'd use a 21, and things like that. Okay? If some of my common, like a 200 moving average, a popular one since centuries, right? Since years, and it works for a reason, maybe. I don't know. Maybe a lot of people use it. That's why it works. Okay, but it works. So I don't go too much into that, right? At the entry level, at least. If you're building same algo for different kind of stocks, then you may find this probably doesn't work, first of all, for many stocks. Maybe it's for index only. But if somebody you were to venture out and try some of these on some stocks, see which parameters might fit with which stock. There you might have to do something different. I hope that answers somewhat. Vishwanathan?
I think I have understood much of them. I think like my eyes have been opened. Then, if anything, any different question. There are a few more questions that we have got from YouTube. So I'll just so how can you make a breakout strategy, or how can you create a breakout strategy? So I think in terms of KEEV, I can explain you, but I think in terms of strategy making and everything, Vivek can guide you on that.
If you see, in a way, this is also example of one breakout kind of thing, right? Whenever the RSI breaks out, but only if you can add some other ideas, feel free to.
So I think most of the things that user uses out is a breakout is 15 minutes breakout, like from 9:15 to 9:30 high or low. Whenever the candle goes goes around that, or high goes around that, I want to buy or sell. So that is completely possible in KEEV also. You can just use opening range as one of the indicator. You can directly use that. And there are other strategies like momentum breakout or RSI breakout, which Vivek already mentioned, that you can create via indicators also. So there's one more question. Can we trade live using Zerodha? Yeah, you can trade live using Zerodha also. There are a few questions that I can answer, but I'll just answer that.
Yeah, please. Yes. I also had this. I wanted to bring that up, so it's come up. Why KEEV and why quickly to go live, right? That's the beauty of this.
Yeah. So basically, yeah. So if you really like this strategy, you are very good with the risk management. Can you just go down a bit on your screen? On that 3 button, can you just click on that 3 button? Over here only directly you can go run live. You don't have to go anywhere. Direct the same thing. Just select you want to go fully automated. how many days you want to run the strategy. You can select strategy period also. Let's say you can place market order, limit orders. We are coming up with the options also.
Wow,
Uh,
this is interesting. Place
so
order and options.
yeah, so now if same you want to place and you want to take an ATM or call put or something like that, we are coming up with that also. And in terms of strategy period, you can let's say I want to run the strategy for 50 days. I want to run the strategy 5 days, 10 days. It will run for you for 10 days. So going live is just a click, no coding, literally no coding in that. Just think of a strategy, make it, run it out, sits in your risk management system, go for it on the click. And in terms of, there's one more question, list of broker that we are connected to. So we already have all the well-known brokers from the, you can check out on our website also, you can check out on the application itself. So all the brokers are. So where the option strategy has started, option strategy has almost started on the side of it. You can say you can say option strategy builder is there. You can make a straddle 920 straddle 930 straddle and check it out. It's working out for you. And with the indicators based option, as I just mentioned, we are in testing phase. We'll be there in a week or so. Any other questions? Any other questions? I think key questions I can answer anytime. Any questions for Vivek actually? Any how to make a strategy? You can just ask any question. How to make a strategy? I think Vivek is the best person if you want to make any kind of strategy. Then I will teach you how to make a strategy in KEEV.
No, I think they're all experts. And if there's nothing more, we can quickly show the short side also.
Sure. Then we can move to short side.
We'll just move to that and, just say, instead of DD long, now we are going to go to DD short, right? You can just see, we'll go to edit. Okay, so the conditions are just like a mirror opposite, just as one difference. The RSI 5 here, sorry, my mistake. RSI 5 has to be lower than 40, right? And
so then this should be higher than
high exit. One second.
It was higher. It was exit condition.
Exit. So that remains. Sorry, this was 55, right?
50. Okay, 55. It was 40. I think so. You can change it out anytime.
Yeah. So the short is basically nothing but the RSI 5 should be lower than 40 and RSI 13 should be lower than 50. Okay. And the closing price should be lower than SMA 200. So ये दोनों mirror है. But खाली RSI 30 के जगह 40 के नीचे ही sell करना, because shorting में usually it falls fast and then recovers also fast. So if you wait too long for shorting, then maybe the opportunity is already missed. So short little early and keep a stop loss also very tight. The stop loss is exit above 40 हुआ तो निकल जाओ. Right? That's what we have in the short exit.
I think we need to change RSI lower than 40. Just change. You can make it too higher than 40.
This one?
Okay, this is higher than, yeah. Perfect.
Right?
Yeah.
So get out. If it goes above 40, just get out, because short covering happens very fast.
Sure.
This is one. We can just save it. You'll usually find shorting systems not very easy to make money in India, because mostly everyone's buying. But can just like try it out.
It's a kind of an thinking that market will go in upward direction only always.
Could be something changes, right? We don't know.
So it is only 1 hour or 30 minutes?
30 minutes only.
Can you just go back?
Yeah.
We can change it to 1 hour.
So actually
back.
The screens here, let me just move all of them.
Sure.
My strategy. This is
And, yeah, that's only. Just click on the edit.
edit.
Interval
This
30.
is cell.
Cell side. Yeah, just click on the cell side. Yes.
Okay, okay. The sell side RSFI below 40, RSFI 30 below 50, and close for them. Correct.
Yeah, just make interval 1 or 2.
Correct.
Yeah, perfect.
This is all okay. So just save.
Yeah.
So just do select symbol.
Yeah, select symbol and modify and backwards. So is it even possible that there would be no trade taken
Uh,
in short sell
very
because of
rare.
market? Okay, very rare.
There will be some trades or the other. So maybe there is just some setting to do. The rules are as you got.
Yeah.
We are little pressed for time and there are more
Yeah.
questions. I think you got the idea.
Got it. Got it.
Just do the mirror, right? Only thing is instead of RSI above 70 के मतलब जो below 40 30 होता है उसकी जगह below 40 trade ले लो. And whenever RSI 5 goes above 40, get out. That's the only key. I think there is 2 more questions.
There are few questions. How can they contact you basically?
So
If
I'm
they have
easily available on Twitter. My handle is @the Technovestor, TECHNO, technology ka techno, VESTOR, investor ka vestor, right? So TECHNO, VESTOR. Or I can share my email if you want. I'll put it up in the chat.
Yeah, please put it up. Like possible, just Twitter and your email. So if anyone do want to contact you, they can.
Type answer @Technovestor is the handle, and email is Vivek.Gadodia, first name dot last name @gmail.com. So I'm happy to help. If you don't hear immediately, it just maybe that I can't reply right away. I will reply. Maybe in a day or two, I will reply for sure. Okay.
Sure.
Feel free to reach out anytime. I'm available.
So I think any queries on the strategy side, or even there's a lot of work Vivek is also doing. He already has he's doing his he's a tutor at the BSE Institute also. So he's running the classes, and you can get to know a lot of things when you start talking to Vivek in terms of that. So I think I just saw one of your posts also. So there's one interesting thing which I saw is some residential program is going to happen in December, I think so.
Yeah, actually, so that's a 2-day workshop we do.
Okay.
Different cities, we did a poll and there was feedback to yes, do it. So
Okay.
starting, we did one in Bombay. That's where he was at Delhi. He was
Yeah.
the Delhi and the online. We met online, and the participants were really happy.
Okay.
December, what we have only had to do because some reason we have to shift the dates to Jan.
Okay.
But it's a 2-day thing. It's a 1-night residential program. And where we cover more detailed option trading systems, mainly along with one more future trading system over and above this. And then how to actually take it live, how to, we go deeper into things like optimization, risk management. And I think learnings from failures are more important because there are no learnings unfortunately in market. So we discuss all that. And I'll be happy to share details with all participants and you later.
Yeah, actually, that would be great because this is, you can just say that this is just a trailer. In 1 hour, you can just get a trailer. That one day will teach you everything. The experience that Vivek comes with, it comes with that experience. Will teach it out like how can you use a strategy, how can you actually make the strategy, how can you run in a market, what all problems you will face. Like because he's been doing for the past 20 years, he knows the problem in and out. Like then you will not repeat the same problem. That's more important. The experience works.
Because I face a new problem sometimes.
Yeah.
Like,
So,
and they're like, okay.
so yeah, you can discuss rather than not face the same problem, you will face a new problem out of it. So that's what we can teach you out with that program. And the residential thing is amazing because once you start connecting to them, you start talking about a lot of things. Like you go to Wix, you go to other different alternative data as you go different way out.
And it's a small group, but very, very nice group. You meet a lot of professional traders. And I'm also very excited to, I just got to know sometime you're integrated with Algo test as well as Bigul.
Yeah.
Right? So we're looking forward to see how we can start automating some of these things. And using
Yes.
that.
So we are coming with Dhan and we're coming in Bigol also.
And Bigul, sorry, yes.
Yeah. So that's upcoming part on our side also. So we are already in it. Yep. Progress is going on the, you can say, a step-by-step progress. Yeah.
Fantastic. But just comment, they will, I already told you, and I'm not just telling you for the sake of it. This is really very, very user friendly and very, very easy. I think for futures trading, this is the best platform I know right now. So to use and to build and to trade it live, right? So it's, and I have to
Thank
still
you.
get my hands a little dirty on it.
I think you will get it over time. Perfect. Thank you, Vivek. Thank you for coming and thank you for giving us a time and making our users and the users to understand how can you make a strategy, how can they start their journey in rule base, and how can they take a step by step. And hopefully we connect back. Hopefully many of us join your program and they get to understand more about how can they go with the trading and how can they start with the trading side.
Thanks for inviting me, and I'll see you in Ghatkopar for the delicacies soon.
Perfect. Always welcome. Bye
Thanks.
bye. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Vivek.